Dominique Pellicott, that is the name of this man and this horror story and what he has inflicted on his wife. I'm putting a very strong trigger warning of significant PTSD, trauma, and levels of harm onto this video before we break this story down that has shocked the nation of France and has gone viral and, frankly speaking, shocked a lot of people. Hey guys, it's Rob Morley. Hopefully you guys are all doing well today. Back at it again. It is daily and consistent content, and let's get straight into this video because a lot is going on when it comes to this case. If you guys have heard about it, absolutely shocking and harrowing. Just want to remind everybody of that trigger warning and, just really listen carefully to this particular story. Dominique Pellicott is the individual who not only was accused of R-wording his wife Giselle Pellicott, I believe in French, multiple times, but has also been accused of going onto apps and hiring multiple men, over 50 to be exact, to be R-wording her. Dominique Pellicott would tranquilize her, sedate her, to the point where she was closer to a state of coma than to a state of sleep. Unbeknownst to her, what was going on around her was that Dominique would hire and bring multiple men, not even any exchange of money. They would even do it for free, and they would all take turns. It was also recently revealed that one of those men was actually Giselle's neighbor and that she had no idea. She was basically in a state of coma, laying there every single day. And when she would wake up and some things took place where she would feel rough or etc., Dominique would accuse Giselle of, "Are you cheating on me?" There came a point of time where Giselle actually had an STD, unbeknownst to her what was going on. And Dominique said, "Oh, what are you doing? Are you cheating on me? Are you doing stuff with other men?" This high level of toxic gaslighting after what is going on. All of this came to news because of USB files that Dominique had on his computer. He also had files of his daughter on his computer as well. And now Giselle Pellicott has stated that she wants this to be a public facing trial so that all of these men's faces are named and shamed and shown on levels of every single level of embarrassment. 50 of these men, with some on the run, are now trying to claim that they are a victim, that they were controlled by Dominique, but these were grown men in these positions who were R-wording somebody who was basically in a temporary corpse, coma-like state. These people who are convicted R-word individuals were those who work in everyday jobs. They were police officers, prison officers, fire engineers. It's absolutely shocking, but these are the people that we surround ourselves with, everyday individuals with everyday normal jobs that are, people who essay women on so many levels. At Giselle's level of strength when it comes to this whole conversation, because the PTSD that she's going to encompass is absolutely insane. But for the fact that she wants it to be a public facing trial, for the fact that she's been doing multiple interviews in French to so many cable news channels from what I've seen, because she wants to try and answer every single question that was asked to her. She's not backing down from this. And of course, Dominique is definitely going to jail. He said that himself. He said that you guys know to the courts that I'm going to wake up in jail tomorrow. He's already admitted guilt for what he's doing. But of course, the children are disgusted. And these men also need to go down as well. Over 50 of these men, police officers, prison officers, your neighbor, not knowing at all that all of these men around you are doing stuff to you left, right and center, but they're smiling on your faces in the morning. This sounds like a horror movie. It sounds like a horror sequel Netflix program that we've watched and wanted a review about. That's what this is sounding like. It is absolutely barbaric and insane. The details are so horrific that I honestly don't want to go into them because of the significant level of PTSD that can invoke to those who are listening to this. But this is what he was doing, sedating her with these tranquilizers. And then filming every single video of these men taking turns on her and storing them on his laptop so that he could watch them whenever he wanted to do so. She found out via the police in 2020, I believe, or a couple of years ago. And now this is going to trial, which is basically what is happening now all over the internet from what we're seeing in these court documents and these court videos. And it will last for up to 4 months. 4 months of harrowing cases where Giselle Pellico has to sit down and watch videos of multiple men, even those that she considered her friends, taking turns on her as she was in a state of coma, waking up with bruises or, body related harm, STDs, not knowing what is going on, and she's being blamed for her own actions. Dominique Pellico was very clever because he instructed all those men to not have any level of perfume, any level of cigarette, any level on him that she could detect if something else was going on. He had so many layers to this conversation, so many layers to this process, and he basically was R-wording her continuously with these men and without these men. She is 71 years old going through all of this. Throughout all of her 60s, an elderly woman going through the significant level of harm is insane. And even the children had no idea what Dominique Pellico was doing. He kept this to such a level of secrecy and carried this on for so long. It's insane how even the children had no idea. Insane that he would have pictures of his children when they were in a childlike state, sleeping on his laptop. It's absolutely insane. It is a horror story, and I keep seeing more updates about it. May these men, every single one of them, Dominique Pellico especially, may all of these other 50 men, where some of them are even now claiming that they were controlled or told to do stuff, may they all end up in prison for life. Every single one of them. For life. For these men to say they were controlled to do XYZ, Dominique Pellico didn't say come to my house to have some dinner. He said come to my house because you can take turns on my wife while she's in a coma-like state. You can take control over her. And evidently they were very willing because they ended up in those bedrooms. How did you get into that bedroom? I would really like to know. Were you forced with a gun behind your neck? Absolutely not. Filming all of this and then blaming your wife for why she felt certain repercussions or consequences, to me, is very scary. It has shocked the nation of France. It has shocked the world. Femicide is on an all-time high. Harm against women is at an all-time high. It's at an all-time high. The stories that I'm seeing and hearing, the stabbings going on, the victims being women being burned alive, athletes being burned alive. Now this particular woman, Giselle Pellico, going through a significant harrowing case. I'm just seeing so much. And maybe because of social media, we're super aware of everything going around us. But it is definitely a shocking story indeed. And I wanted to just speak about it here because I've spoken about it on TikTok. And I wanted to make a video on here because this case is scary. Just when you think men can't get any worse, they do bottom barrel, scum, despicable behavior like this. As I said, may these men be in jail for life. I don't want them to see sunlight for the rest of their life for the stuff that they were doing, and then you want to go be a police officer. You want to go help civilians and help society. I truly have no words when it comes to this case. I thought an 8-minute video would be sufficient enough to talk about it, but I just feel like there's so much more that I want to say that I'll end up rambling for God knows how long. But it truly just is a really scary story. You don't know what the people that are so close to you, that you're laying in bed with, that you've married for many, many years, are doing to you. Do let me know your thoughts when it comes to this, if you've heard about this case. If you've also had more information about this case that I have not covered, I would like for you to comment down. I do read all the comments, and so I definitely would be intrigued to see what you guys are stating or saying when it comes to this case, if there are other stuff. But give her all the strength that she needs for the fact that she's decided to make this a public facing trial, because it is truly shocking indeed. Yeah, let me know your thoughts are, because